Status update on the Asheboro Acres project. This is Elite Site Services. They're out here working on the driveway, and they installed the septic tank, and we passed our inspection for the septic tank. So that's looking good. We've also got two projects going on at once. So there's the house build, and I'll show you the driveway. But there's also the orchard aspect, which I think we've decided to go with just a big blueberry orchard. That's not going to be over on this side. Well, it will eventually, but this is a phase two. There's just a lot of more burning we need to do to get this piece done. And you can see that they're flattening the road out here, the driveway. This will be the gravel driveway. There's a good shot of them when they're digging out some of these big stumps, and you can see that they just took the bucket off. They've just got that root hook on this excavator and really just wrenching, lifting up the back end of that excavator. They eventually went to a bigger excavator, and here's the dump truck that they have that they're using to dump all the gravel in the driveway. It's about 550 feet. Looking really good compared to how it used to look out here. Nice and flat. They've really made a nice big pile here. We had a fire break on the other side of this, and they made it a lot wider, so shouldn't be too bad when we have to burn all that. It's gonna be a nice fire. They had a huge excavator out here that they were digging up some of the larger stumps. They really did a great job clearing out these larger stumps. And these guys, nice to see them both just cruising along, clearing everything out. So, and Aaron from Elite Site Services, he's been really good. He's got all this equipment. He's got his own big old truck with that he's bringing gravel out with. He's going to put some of this underlayment down under the driveway there. And let's head on over to this area where the house is going to be. Hey JD, how's it going? How's it going? You heading out?
Yeah, man.
All right, have a safe trip. So here we had this staked off over here, and we're also working with, we decided not to just go build it, stick build it ourselves. We're working with Silver Point Homes. So they're a home builder. They'll bring the big house here in a big old truck and a couple part pieces and put it onto our spot. So up here where these stakes are, they leveled the spot over here where the garage is gonna go. And you could just see what a tremendous job they did. And I'll throw in an image from before they did the clear cutting so you can see how before they did the grading. So this is just after clear cut. Clearing out all these massive stumps. Another stump pile down there. And over here, this is where they put these new septic tank. And they have the leach field over here. Yeah, working with environmental health for Randolph County. They've been really good too. So I think it was like just less than a week to install this thing and get it passed on inspection. And we were a little worried that this leach field was going to be too close to this cabin up here, but they were pretty cool about moving this leach field down further down into the allocated area for the field. So we've got a lot of room up top here for the driveway. Here you can see the day that the septic tank was delivered. That's Elite Site Solutions out there again, and Aaron guiding that, helping to guide that tank in. And he also brought a drone out. So after they put that tank in and got the lines in, they flew it over, took some really cool shots. We walked all around. I was able to get waypoints, so I know exactly where this each corner of the tank is, all the leach lines are. This is the tank right there, almost buried. But it's good to have all those exact spots where everything's buried. This line runs out of the tank and it turns into the leach field. Stakes over here. They did a good job not knocking down all my stakes when they they leveled all this stuff out. But this stake over here represents one of the corners of the house, and that one over there represents, with the cone on it, represents an edge of the well field. We've got a well company coming out here in about 6 to 8 weeks that they're going to dig the well. So it's quite a ways from the road, and we're still waiting for the electric to come out. So I guess when you get new electrical lines from Duke Energy, they won't start doing anything until you have at least one foundation. So we may pour the foundation for the garage up there, and that'll allow Duke Energy to start their process. They're going to put in 2 telephone poles, a new transformer from the road, and run over there, run all the way over here. The good thing is that you get a certain amount of money that you can spend before you have to spend your own money. So since we have about 1,300 square foot house and a 1,200 square foot garage that's going to be heated, they're giving us about $30,000 to spend on getting the poles over here, and hopefully it comes in under that. I think it will. The first guy I talked to said it might, probably should. So all this over here, this big area, probably a couple acres. I haven't really measured it exactly. So house over here, and then this will be the first phase 1 of the blueberry field, and they'll run over here north to south. We signed our contract with Silver Point Homes on December 2nd, and it's currently January 23rd. Let me get out of this guy's way. I don't think he's coming over here, but I don't need to get run down. And there's various phases that they go through, and the first phase is they say it could take 2 months to deal with lenders and all that stuff, but we've already got our funding, so I'm not sure why that's still taking up to 2 months to get that done. So this phase of the project is actually a second contract we have with Elite Site Solutions. So they're doing this agricultural area. This shows the plan or site plan for the blueberry fields, and the one we're looking at right now is phase 1. That's the field that was graded, and phase 2 is where all those large stumps were in the driveway, and 3 will be the other area that's not even clear. It's still clear cut, but lots of down trees over there. So the current plan is for a U-pick blueberry orchard. I really like to fence it in so people can have their dogs run around, but I don't know about that. There's some liability issues there, but that'd be nice to have. But hopefully a place where families can come and pick blueberries, and there'll be a few different varieties here. So there'll be some growing in probably June time frame all the way until probably mid to end of August. And this is a view of the southeast corner of the property. You can see beyond that line of trees there's a little stream, but that's where the grading and the house are going. So there's still a lot of work to do in the southeast corner, and so that's why these are still out there in phase 3 and 4 of the project. And all said, with the Elite Site Solutions, we're probably in for $32,000, and that's the driveway, the septic tank and leach field, and all the grading that they've done. And really, originally, I've had estimates all over the place, from just doing the driveway for 15 grand to the driveway for 35 grand to just great. It's just really need to get a bunch of estimates together, and I'm glad that I was able to work with them to do as much as they've done. It's really been great.